You just load. Nice and quietly while the kitty complains. Where is it? Don't hide from me. Now. Go there. Oh, it's the second time in a row that we have a quite messy, quite different sort of stream. At least armor-wise, but this one is actually on me. I kind of fell asleep yesterday evening, and the time I woke up it was like, it's 4 in the morning. Hell, that's that's fucking great, isn't it? So I will have a bit of a long day today, but it is Sunday. That's not the worst thing. I might actually be able to play a bit of a double entente today, or so I hope. Well, hopes and dreams and all of that good nonsense. For the moment, we will have to actually redo the stream that was supposed to be happening yesterday evening. Well, now while I wait here patiently for all of my little windows to finish loading so I can actually see that everything is working. It seems to be working. Well then, I guess it is safe to say, hello there, little people. We shall now be playing Grandia. I do love this background music though. Nice and relaxing. Kinda listened to it for like, 5 minutes while I was preparing some things. Including actually, I'm prepared. I made some room on my desk so I can actually just grab my controller from the side. Yes. Then I can just... Well, I could start playing game if my controller would actually be working. One of those moments, eh? Well then, honey, let's restart this. Well, it can never be easy, can it? Well, I guess that would be too easy to be fair. Well then. Now we'll give it a second to load again. Well, can't do shit about this. Technical difficulties. Well, for some reason, my controller has decided to not exist, apparently. Let's see then. Game. You know. You could just do me a fucking favor and work as intended. That would be... Aye, that would be splendid, wouldn't it be? Okay. Just in case, let's try actually some little experimentation. Just because we can. Pressing the nice little near button to see if Nia realizes I have a controller. Can never be easy, can it? Well, what would the world be if everything would actually work just as intended? Right. That would be perfect. Okay, game. Do you realize that I have a controller? Apparently nothing realizes I have a controller any longer. That's fun. And of course that shouldn't be the case. Because, well... Okay. It kinda show me that it exists. That is good. Why does it need to be so fucking difficult? For fuck's sake. All I wanna do is play games. And this is what I get. Okay, let's see. Windows. Gone. Okay, there is one controller here, and according to Windows, it does things. Okay. But nothing else. To be such a bitch about it. Is this Steam again? This is most definitively Steam. Let me give you some nice music you can listen to while I wait for this nonsense to clear itself. Oh, how the fuck? Okay. So Steam is like, there you have a controller. Okay, Steam, that is nice. Now, if you could manage to actually let me use my controller in-game, that would be even nicer. It works. Oh boy. Just for a second I was sweating. Somewhat fiercely. Now, do I need to set anything else up again? No, I think it's loading. Okay. Okay, first hurdle of the day. That's one hell of a beginning of my journey. No loading. Okay. We have done it. Now, where to even begin? Well, it kinda, you know, ruined my groove a bit. Oh, right, let's actually start with recapitulating a bit about what happened the last time we were around. Where to begin? Right, we arrived on this particular nasty little island full of nonsense people, which is also poor little Ryudo's hometown. Here we had a grand welcome of people basically telling us to fuck off in most uncertain terms. Well, mostly because, you know, Malphus being a little bitch and Ryudo not being able to stop him is apparently reason enough to murder him. Well, long story short, we were hated. We learned a bit about Ryudo's past in greater detail from good old Sky. To be very precise, Elena learned a bit more about Ryudo's past. And, well, we continue to be hated all over the place. After which we decided to fuck it all and just look for Malphus and be done with it, which we did. We found him. He ran away a bit, we gave chase, we found him, we murdered him, didn't get an achievement for killing him with just Ryudo, mostly because I think Tio actually did a counter move on him at some point and, well, that was that. Then again, I do not care too much about that per se, so not a problem. Well, after that everybody had a slight change of heart and go like, well, maybe we were just the pussies all along, and, well, no, we're not hated anymore, but we also did get a nice little clue about the possible location of the Holy Sword, which we are now going to hunt again. And hopefully find and acquire and do horrible things with. And of course, before we leave, we'll talk to the people and then we'll be on a little journey to, I think, the Granaglyphs, actually, if memory serves. We'll find out how that works out. Good, bad, or something in between. When I was little, I used to measure myself against this door. Checked every day. Was obsessed. See, over here in the corner of the door, a bunch of marks. There's one more for my brother Memphis. They start at my waist. You must have been really little back then. Where's your brother's mark? It's there. Look up. One mark way up towards the top of the door. That's his. Drew up quite nicely, didn't he? Malphus measured himself once and then quit. He was already the biggest and the strongest. I was obsessed with catching up to him, but I never really did. But for you to look, now you are much bigger than him. Yeah, you're right, I suppose. Well, childhood dream fulfilled. Good for you. I see you're leaving. You haven't changed, have you, Ryudo? Never could stay in one place very long. Be sure you say goodbye to Gilius before you go. I'm sure he'd want that. Ryudo, where's this person Gilius? Gilius. Well, if I know him, he's far away from here. Still close to Memphis. I was saying he's dead. In somewhat mixed up ways. I'm so ashamed for Ryudo. I was supposed to be like a mother to you, but I couldn't even trust you. Forgive me for making you feel so unwelcome. Well, I sure can talk. I never would have have been able to trust anyone myself if it hadn't been for these friends of mine. Good point, actually, Ryuro. It's your friends, your greatest allies. Ryuro, you've done it. You've beaten your past. I didn't beat anything. I meant to, but it didn't happen. I accepted it. I didn't beat it. So I accepted your past. Ryuro, do you think we can as well? No, of course. I doubt that these people are a bunch of whiners, to be completely fair with you. Ryuro, forgive me for saying all those things. I knew I was being spiteful, but I couldn't help myself. Finally, you woke up and realized that it was us who had to change. No, it wasn't your fault. Elvis and I were wrong all along. We just realized it too late. Still, this translation gives me trouble. It pauses my brain. Going like, wait a second, how do words actually align here? I'm sorry, Ryuro. All the terrible things I said. I know it hurt you more than anyone. Forget about it. Send to the grave for me, will you? Of course, leave it to me. Ryuro, you have grown stronger. Well, quite literally, he has now part of Velma in him. He's probably stronger than he would like. Ryuro, I have little right to ask you this. Come back to see us. Come back if you still consider this village your home. I've only got one home. Good memories of it, this village is my only home. I'll come back, not worry about it. It's more than we dared hope for. And I must get ready for the return of a hero to a village of swordsmen. Not much a village of swordsmen, now are you? Ryuro, I'm sorry I treated you like that. Forget it, Gata. There's no need to apologize. Come back safe, Ryuro. I'll be back, I promise. Meantime, toughen up, will you? Don't worry. You'll get all you can handle next time. Little man, big mouth. I better hope you can back that up. Remember, the tougher you get, the tougher I get. Well, you have a bit of a head start. Don't worry. Just might be married to a beautiful woman too. Oh, really? Then I need to get back before everyone says yes to you. It should give me plenty of time. Yeah, right. And I have a better chance than someone I know. Beyond me, how that songstress puts up with you at all. Huh? Who asked you? Shut the hell up. See you later. Later, eh? Just remember, you got a beating coming your way when I get back. I see you. Let's hope your skills can keep up with your mouth. Well, it looks like things are working out. See? They've brought you here because they've forgiven you. I've got to go now. But you're not lonely. Are you? Well, he is lying in the ground. Some 6 feet deep and pretty damn alone, but apart from that, I don't think so. Not with my big sister Rena beside you. Ryuro, thanks to you, Memphis can rest soundly, at peace, in his own home. You have given him that. Have I? Hell yes, it's done now. I'm glad to be washed off it. First I thought that I didn't need anyone's help for understanding. The village has forgiven me of my past. I must admit it's quite relieving. Ryuro, every wolf has a pack to return to. You can now run with yours again. Well, that's one way of saying it. It has been settled, sister, and by the looks of it, the villagers have all forgiven Memphis. Ryuro, it was your conviction that reached them. Reached them. And one's conviction can reach others. Yeah, well, whatever it was that reached them, something did. That's all that really matters. In a way, yeah. Sasha, may I ask a favor of you? We'll play with my big brother too. Rena's here already. This is Memphis' home. He grew up here. He should rest here. Ryuro, do not worry. Sasha always looked up to Memphis. I'm sure she's happy to be with him even now. Grandfather right, Jack. Look after Memphis. Watch over my big brother. Let's keep the lectures short if you can, alright? I just want everyone to understand one another. We've all had our fill of vengeance and quarrels by now. But it's over. Memphis is gone. This village has been badly wounded. The earth weeps. Yet in the dead of winter, seeds must grow for a new spring. Actually, I'm pretty sure seeds rest in winter. Only sprout, well, grow, quote unquote, once spring comes around, but I do get the metaphor. Ryuro, hey Ryuro, all the grown-ups say they want to say they're sorry to you. No, no one says you're a bad guy, so now you can stay in the village forever. Sorry, kid. I have to leave now. I'll be back once I finish everything I have to do. What's missing in this village is actually a nice background soundtrack. Ryuro, thank you. You've saved the village. We're safe from the terror now. But it is you, not Ryuro, who must rebuild this village. True words were never spoken. We are going to have to change your ways. Otherwise, nothing change. I mean, you can become a village of swordsmen again. You have all the facilities, I'm sure. Like, you know, you have a nice smithy, you have training grounds, you have techniques somewhere sort of way, I hope. Dodo, go ahead. You have the right to. Say it. Say I'm an old fool and a coward for everything I said to you. We thought we could keep the past away if we kept you away. We thought if we closed our eyes, we could make it all disappear. I made the same mistakes. True enough. Of course, a greater mind and spirit than mine would probably go like, well, all things considered, the situation was unavoidable and the villagers are not completely to blame. Honestly, I'm maybe a bit too small of a person for that. Well, you look on top of the world today. Reminds me of old times. When Ralph started practicing, he'd say he had to get stronger to protect his little brother. Such a fine lad. That he was. Malthus was tough, and a good brother. Apart from the fact where he started murdering things. But I guess we can blame Belmont for that and be done with it. Rude, forgive us. Here you're fighting for our sake. What thanks do we give you? Walk around like zombies day in and day out, and greet you with barbs and slurs when you come home. Grandpa, forget about it. I'm no angel myself, you know that. Done is done. Let's move on. I mean, you kinda have to, otherwise nothing ever will change. I get it, but that doesn't make this any more satisfying, now does it? I didn't notice at first, but you're different. Really different. You think so? I feel the same as always. But you are really different. I see changes in Ryu as well. This is puzzling. Poor little Tio is like, I can't figure this one out yet. A bit much to ask of a poor little android who is used to following orders. Actually, that's an easy, nice and simple life, isn't it? Ryudo, please forgive me. What was I thinking? Blaming you achieved nothing. I was so frightened when I heard that Malthus was coming, so Ryudo, I'm so sorry. Hey, wait, don't cry. Come on, look up and smile, okay? Stop crying. I mean, to be very fair, we really didn't deal with this whole Malthus nonsense. Because we wanted your thanks. We basically did it because we have no choice. Ryudo, do you remember how we used to hold the tourney? All of us would compete. The tourney? Of course I do. What of it? Thinking of holding it again, so that we can remember the real reasons for combat. Which is to hit people with sticks. The longer and the harder the better. Ryudo, I'm so sorry. Completely forgot ourselves. Don't overdo it. I want you to see what happens to this village. If we're following this trend at some point, Ryudo is probably going to end up being the village chief at some point. Ryudo, you didn't do all those bad things. My daddy said you did. I'm sorry. I haven't said such bad things about you. Sharp's fucking spoon thing. What is it? Alright, that's the alarm I set up. Because I was like, hey, it's Sunday, let's set the alarm at a late hour so you can sleep in. And then I fell asleep at like, what was it? At 8? Basically an hour before I wanted to stream. My thought was like, okay, let's just sit back and relax for a moment before we get into the thick of things. And before I know it, I had dozed off and then I woke up at a very different hour. I must be somewhat sick if I'm falling asleep that easily. I realized that yesterday my throat was feeling a bit sore. Yes. And that's never a good sign. Hey now, you're a kid, right? Kids are supposed to run and play. Go and have fun. Master. Ryudo was insulted and maligned. Why is he not angry? Ryudo has very broad shoulders with which he carries his pain and burden. Much candor than he wishes us to believe. To some degree, yes. Ryudo, how could you have changed so? To destroy Malthus? How could you overcome the tragedy and regain your will to go on so? My actions were not driven by my will alone. My friends taught me to never give up. Well, that's Japanese for you. It's so fucking... it's typical. Not that I dislike it, mind you. I do like the idea that, you know, friendship overcomes all of the nonsense. Ryudo, we all appreciate what you did. How can I help you? Friendship enough overcoming all things. Honestly, a rather satisfying way to end a good story. Doesn't really work without a good antagonist though. That's where things are sometimes really, really lacking. Now then, Captain. It's time. Captain Bakala, we have need of your ship once again. Ryudo, you look pained lad, but yet you seem more at peace. Let me our man looks, Ryudo. So, where will we be heading now? The ship be itching to set sail. Me and this old girl will take you anywhere you need. At a nice 50-50 chance, that is. Take us east along the Grana Cliffs, to the end of the sea. Well, we'll be heading toward the great cleft island of Arachnaden. It's far from here, but no captain worth his salt would let that stop him. Then, to the end of the sea, The man of the sea be a man of his word. You ready to set sail? I be. Aha, the winds blow well, so we best be quick about it. Climb aboard. The divine sword is within reach. Let's go, Elena. Indeed it is. The divine sword. The Grana saber. Well, miss, why such a long face? Nothing at all. You wouldn't have had a little tiff with Ryudo now, would you? No, I did not have a fight with Ryudo. Oh, I take it you be a little upset that he hasn't been to a front with you. Now, if you believe you can advise on matters of the heart, just come to Captain Bacala here. Made countless women laugh and cry in every port I've waited anchor. Captain, I think you have it all wrong. That's it. Woman should laugh. If you cry, you'll only drive men crazy. Come on, lass. Climb aboard. Well, I would say that the problems on Elena's shoulders are kinda increasing. Just the tiniest, smallest smidgen of a bit. And of course the whole using Velma's power to actually save Ryudo is probably not doing much for her faith. To put it very mildly. I will give one thing to the Japanese in general. They are pretty damn good with their music pieces. I don't even want to read actually, I want to sit here and just listen to the music for a bit. Kinda... I mean, it speaks quite positively of the game, in a way. Ryudo's back, but to get him back, I had to rely on Lenya. You did. Which probably shakes your faith somewhat fiercely. But even if it was for his sake, how could I have relied on Velma? Well, it was the power of Millennia that broke Velma's spell, not the power of Lord Granas. Well, yeah, that's how gods usually are. Not very efficient. Oh, Lord Granas, aid me in my journey. Give me the strength to carry out the will of His Holiness Era. Please guide me. Millennia, are you really a part of Velma? Why would you bother to save Ryudo? Well, because she is a pretty damn selfish piece of Velma who has her own interests at heart, not so much Velma's. Just what do you and Ryudo? What's wrong, Elena? Seasick again? I'm fine now. I've become quite used to this ship's rolling back and forth. Elena, thank you. Only because of you that I did not share my brother's fate. There's no need to thank me. It was bound to happen eventually. You cannot keep all the rescues to yourself. I'm not gonna tee-hee-hee you. Never. Even if it's in the text. It's just annoying. Say, Ryudo, why do you think Millennia did not just remove the horns from you? Why? Did you seal them inside of you? I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah. Who knows? You can be pretty damn moody sometimes. That took a liking to me. Oh, damn. I forgot to thank her too. Oh well. No big deal. She'll probably pop up tonight anyhow. Big moon out. Yeah? It's not Millennia, Velma incarnate. Huh? I'm sorry. I just do not know what to think right now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a bit of no old advice, but you should probably not speak of a woman in the presence of a woman. It tends to be somewhat backfiring. Man, I have to learn to keep my Keiko chat. You do, sometimes. Now then, we have reached a new island. It's rocky. I don't like it already. This must be the end of the world, friends. Will the folks be okay from here on out? We'll manage. Rest your concerns. This place is familiar to me. Alright. It is so. I'll take your word for it. Captain, thanks for your help. Praise Granas for you and your ship, Captain Bacala. Thank you so much for everything you have done for us. I have provided no assistance. Desire to be of utility in the future. Well, my friends, What will we be doing now? We have other matters to attend to. Now, my thanks you have for your troubles. May the curse you set be ever true. No worries, friend. A sailor's life be in the winds and tides. Be they foul or fair, no amount of worrying will change their minds. Then I won't bother wishing you will. So long, Captain. A little wisdom before you leave, what do you do? What? Be a saying among sailors. A man's got two hands. One he keeps for his ship, the other he keeps free. But I tell you, you might want to keep both hands for someone else. Duty and freedom aren't the only things worth grabbing onto. I'll think about it. Well, we say your farewells here. I'll rest here a spell and go back to Cyrum. Is that okay with you? Yeah, no problem. Thanks for everything, Captain. I haven't had such a thrilling voyage in quite a while. Both me and the 50-50 be pretty satisfied. Well then, we found ourselves in a new area full of nonsense. And trees. And probably evil flowers. Well then, time to save the game and go on the next journey through the woods. Before that, I think it is time for a bit of the good old pipe. A lot better. Now then. The sword which we seek lies to the east of the Grana Cliffs, if Melf has spoken truth. I don't think he had any reason to lie to us. So it would bend our course about where my village went. It sits but a short distance to the north. You're from around here. It is so. I would consult with the elder of my village, the former of the events which have transpired thus far. We'll go with you. But look, you're planning on staying there? You've done what you set out to do. Next. Master, what is to become of me? Little Theo gets a bit anxious. Worry not you. I know not which path I shall follow, or will I know until I reach my village. Yet will you be among friends? I see. In any case, once we find the Grana Saber, I'll be just about ready to punch out. End of the road. Yes. End of the journey, eh? I think we still have quite a bit of a journey ahead of us, though. For some mystical reason. That's unique transportation. Guess I'll take it. But to be fair, what else can I do, you know? I want to see enemies. Oh, then when are we gonna start fighting? Okay, why flowers? I don't even. Well, I guess I don't need to understand everything. A flame toad. Not a very tough flame toad. Zero damage. I should probably set this up to make Marik even tougher at some point, but well, we can do this at time. You still sound as horrible as ever. There's the next attack in his line. No, it's a lunacy egg. And on my fastest character too. That's not good actually. I do love the warp ability though. It's fucking amazing. Makes the journey a lot shorter. Open sesame. Come on. Ah, missed me. I'm pretty sure they put it there on purpose so that people would actually realize that you can use that to continue. Yeah, we really need to take care of that poison on Tio. That stops her attack pattern. That's not good. More pretty bracelets. More stuff to sell. More money to be made. Magic. Oops. Cure you. What the? And still they're loud as fuck. Annoying. Marek really is fucking slow, isn't she? I mean, he doesn't get to eat any damage any longer because he's just that fucking tough, but he's still, you know, slow as fuck. Reroll with his vortex? Yeah, that's some fucking damage, alright. I'll take it. Gladly. Yep, sayonara indeed. You probably don't have to deal with those assholes again. Bit of more equipment. Nice. Well, kinda wanted to avoid precisely that. Because that's actually dangerous. Having a confused Ryudo. Yeah, no. Well, at least he decided to attack Marek, which does not really any damage. Marek is just that bloody tough at this point. Might not be the best attacker we have, but generally speaking, as far as defense is concerned, you will not get him down. Badum bum bum, badum bum bum, badum bum bum. Nothing here. I see. Hey, it's a neat little trick. But I can't go there. Ah, I see. Got me confused for a second, but it didn't work long. Okay, this doesn't lead anywhere, so we can only go here then. Yeah, gotcha. I mean, usually snakes aren't that dangerous. I mean, it was to do some, yeah, poison or paralysis. They got us with the paralysis effect, which doesn't matter at all, quite frankly. Yes, giving Marek a third attack is going to be quite a valuable little tool, I'd say. We're quite a divine talisman. Ooh. The marvels of technology, I'd say. Okay, we can jump forward here. Assuming there's a purpose for that. Either the way forward or some treasure. Nice, dealt with that. Damn. They never stood a chance. I mean, to be fair, we are getting stronger by the day at this point. We're almost level 40, aren't we? Ain't like we're, you know, growing any weaker. I could potentially sit down and do some farming for some points at some point. But honestly, mostly that is not required actually. You can get quite literally through all of the game without actually much farming, as long as you actually, you know, explore all the areas and take on all of the different things. Some very unfortunate misses going on there. It's indeed not very pleasant. Even Elena does an amazing amount of just pure physical damage at this point. Quite pleasant indeed. Not in murdering you two. Tear is kind of bleeding out there, very slowly, but she is. Probably a good opportunity to use a bit of a healing spell. Then everybody dealt with again. Another two nice little level ups. Okay, and this leads nowhere. This doesn't seem very helpful at all. But I found a fruit. A boa bob or something fruit. And -1. You run out of movement right in front of Ryudo. It is amazing. Yeah, I do like it. It has a nice combat soundtrack. If I could just figure out why they decided their voices needed to be like a million times louder than everything else, though, that would be kind of amazing too, in a way. But oh well. Can't really do anything about that now, can we? The mark of the demon man's claws. Oh, so that's what I was wondering why the texture changed so much. Melvis. The land has been befouled by his presence. So, the claws were sealed here. This strategy is but one among the many brought into being by the god of darkness. I understand this not. Why does the darkness yield tragedy? And it's natural. Who is not the god of darkness, the source of all misery? You say that all darkness is wicked. Are you saying it is not? Kinda. Though my understanding of this matter is yet cloudy, it would seem my beliefs differ from those which Elena has been taught. How so? Light and darkness are as fire and wind. Fire brings warmth and comfort. Yet it burns and withers that which it touches. The wind blows cold, lifting soil into the air, yet it also bears the seeds of earth. Each, then, brings both life and death. No, it is not as you say. My beliefs. How then was Melvis made corrupt by the darkness, while Ryudo yet keeps possession of his soul? How then does Tio remain free from the taint of darkness, though she was once its tool? Your own people worship Velma. My people worship neither Velma nor Granas, so it has been since the beginning. Neither Lord Granas nor Velma. I wish to confuse you no further. Speak on this matter with the elder of my village, and he will lend you understanding. Good point you're making there. Because I don't think poor little songstress has much of a chance of understanding that particular nonsense. If you're not explaining it to her like she's, you know, a 3-year-old or something. Wait a second, did I just went back? Pretty sure I just went back. Which means the only path forward would be this one. Oh, a bomb. A super bomb even. Yes, because I'm well known for using items on Mars. Well then, let's see how the map looks. I see a giant tornado. And I see the Grana Cliffs actually. Quite a few Grana Cliffs. A part of the larger Grana Cliffs, I suppose. Splitting in every which direction. Maverick, it's you. But yeah, I have returned. So that means, that is so. No longer shall the demon man trouble the earth. For peace he has made with the grave. He knew you would not fail. So, who are your companions? You are. It is not Melvis you see, but his brother Ryudo. These are those whom I am pleased to call friend. I see. The words of Marik must be true. I welcome you. Anyway, the Elder has been awaiting your return. Why don't you visit him while I let everyone know that you're back? So dear guests, friends of Marik are friends of the entire village. Please, make yourselves at home. See you later, Marik. Busy. Very busy, that guy. Damn straight with friends. Let us visit the Elder. There's much I must say. Marik, it is you. Somehow I knew that you'd be coming back soon. Tell me about your journey, about the towns and boroughs you saw out there. You must be patient. I'll tell my story later. I must introduce my companions to the village elder, then to everyone. I mean, we're a pretty rowdy bunch, but generally speaking, not bad people. Magic book ability. That is indeed cute. A golden flail. Way too heavy. Yeah, I'd imagine. He loses a bit of his defense. But that's a acceptable deal. A very acceptable deal. Equipment. The Mark and Velbook is still better. Okay, that had 35 and that's 5. It's a lot more defense and honestly, I probably need it. If for Morik, more defense is most definitively rather pleasant. Now then, let's see. Had all of this already. Yeah, kinda figured. 12 move plus 12 def. Ryudo isn't gonna get them because he's wearing the warp shoes. Everybody else is probably just gonna get movement out of this. Well, no, what is the defense side, I assume. Oh, God damn it, Tio. Plus 20 attack. That's neat. No question about it. Let's sell a few of the other things. Make back some of the money we just lost. I don't think we need to keep this for Ryudo though. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we can reasonably take this another time. Now then, into the inn we go. Why they haven't actually full fleshed out inn, I don't know, but well, if the people have decided so. Oh, hello, welcome. Relax and make yourselves at home. Well, then we recovered. Really would like to have a map of the village though. Wow, your horns are so cool, lady. You want horns like those? How do you get them? These are not horns, these are antennas. They are for sending and receiving data. Antennas? I've never heard of those before, but I still think you're cool. Little one seems enamored with you. He does, doesn't he? Ah, so Marek has returned. I knew he would. The wind told me of it. The wind told you? Do you mean that you and the wind talk with one another? No, I mean that the wind has brought Mark's sin to me. Well, that's a rather reasonable thing to say. Look what I did. I collected a whole bunch of stones. Why do we need so many? They all look the same to me. They're not the same. This one's for washing clothes, this one's for smashing nuts. Rocks that may look alike are in fact different. Each has a different purpose, so is it with people. People are a bit more complex than rocks though. Why, Marek, you brought guests? That means tonight we will be our first quite a while. Our first what? Oh man, Marek. You guys don't have some strange eat the new people custom, do you? Not being served up? Of course not. It means, no, let's keep it a surprise for tonight. That sounds a lot like a eat the new guys kind of thing. Oh, hey, back. Hey, a visitor. Welcome. Please look around. We're back. You're alright. Please do not trouble yourselves on our behalf. Please rest. Take it easy. Oh, how embarrassing. Let me back all over again when I went to the Great Rift the other day. Are you still investigating the Great Rift? area is about as predictable as a cornered badger. You know that, Argo. Ah, sounds like there's some dangerous territories around here. Not really surprising when you look around it. Oh, I found Marik's house. It's... what can I say? Predictably sparse. Almost like it was meant to be. Yeah, Marik, you have returned. Oh, who's the young woman you bring with you? Your mate? Mate? I assume too much as always. She was my companion. Oh, is that so? I thought you made such a cute couple. I am my master's servant. I'm not his mate. I'm not a real human. I mean, he was making a good point. I don't think the good old business of procreating would work that well with an android. I mean, how? Hey, that smell. I've never smelled anyone like this before. Me? I smell strange. Oh no, you smell different, but not strange. I sense instability. What you? Welcome to Nanan Village. You are our first visitors in quite some time. Welcome you with open arms. Your team seems pretty friendly. Usually such isolated villages fester with paranoia. We live here because of our way of life is different, not because we hate outsiders. The spring that lies ahead is called the Spring of Love. Want to know why? It's a long story. Sure, tell me. Long ago, our ancestor Simcan lived in solitude in a place just ahead. One year it wrought camp, killing many. Simcan was terribly saddened, so Simcan took a well. He dug and dug till his hands were raw. He hit bedrock. He tried to crack through it, but couldn't. He was defeated. Seeing his suffering, the clouds cried, and those tears become Simnam. Simcam and Simnam combined their strength. They broke through the rock and reached water. The spring's water saved many creatures. Even today it nurtures us. This is the story of the Spring of Love. And you forgot the part where they had wild sex afterwards, but I get the gist. Marik, you little devil. You, where did you find such a pretty little lady? Little devil? Master, what does this person mean by that? Master? Marik, is that what you make her call you? No, I've asked her repeatedly to address me as Marik, but she insists still on calling me Master. That must be one hell of an a statement in the village. Sorry, visitor, I can't let you in. I am Buark, and guarding the hut is my purpose, see? It looks like an ordinary hut to me. What's inside? Only dangerous. The village elder will grant permission only to those brave enough to meet the fate. So me. Marik, you really came back. I have to tell the others. Well, it appears that our Marik is quite popular among the young children here. You better believe it. Marik is a village legend, a most powerful warrior. All the guys want to be like Marik. Yes, I know how the story goes. And all chicks get wet just thinking of him. I know. Marik, you have returned safely. We're friends. We have a good journey indeed. Although my journey is not finished. And now with their help I will be able to overcome any trial. Those must be true friends for you to have such faith in them. Welcome, friends of Marik. Ooh, a thieving hut. Neat. Isn't this cloth lovely? I wove it with silk from the little Maya worms here. Oh my, it is lovely. So colorful and lustrous. A silk that one of these worms produces varies in color and luster, depending on its mood. Interesting. Red. I'm looking for a bright red, Judy. Judy, where are you? I found you. Whoops, wrong again. It's an orange sadie. Oh dear. Each Maya worm produces a different colored silk. Even an expert has a troublesome time finding the right worm for the right color. The worms are like, I don't feel like producing red today. I'm feeling more blue. What a lovely windmill. This place is very different from Suntime, but it's nice. Marik, is this made entirely out of wood? Yes, as a matter of fact, that windmill's carved from a single tree. No kidding. Anyway, that's a pretty amazing piece of workmanship, isn't it? That is indeed pretty amazing if you make it from one fucking tree. Cool, can I visit the Spring of Love? Well, apparently I can. Oh well, at least nobody seems to outright willing to stop me. But I don't think I can actually do anything with it. That is rather sad, actually. Would have wished for some interaction here. Malas, what can you do? Or just take it as it is. So you have returned, Marek. Yes. Good. The danger of annihilation is not yet past. It is not necessarily so. But what do you mean? It is a long story. I see. Come inside. Your companions may also enter. Now it's story time. You search for this divine sword. Judo. Is this your name, correct? You mind answering me a question? Shoot. Why do you seek that sword? Perhaps because I did not really know anything. What do you mean? I spent my life running away from my problems, hiding behind my sense of duty. If I ever had time to stop and think things over. So I decided to stop running. I decided to start feeling what's going on around me. Been numb for far too long. You too believe that life must be felt. Perhaps you also feel that not all light is good, that not all darkness is evil. You have probably felt alone. You're not. My people rejoice not in the gods, but in the blessings that come from a strong heart. No darkness, no light, feelings I cannot understand. This is ridiculous. Velma does really exist. Did not the darkness besiege this very village? Velma is trying to bring destruction to the world. Of this I am absolutely certain. Elena, you're not in church here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I misspoke myself. Elda. Things which are beyond our understanding even now grow restless, seeking to enter our world. In many places have I smelled the stench of coming nightmare. You must not turn a blind eye to this. Ryuru will not, and I will not. I see. You ought to help them then. And those in need must help each other. You speak truly. I wish to see this purpose to its end. And what of our guests? Would they mind staying until tomorrow? I don't mind. Ryuru says once again, very much just going with the flow. Good. It is just about time to prepare the feast. It would be a shame for you not to attend. Marek, you have done your job well. You have lifted us from our misery. This feast shall be in your honor. We need invitations? You're Marek's friends, then you are our friends as well. Come, have a good time. Oh yes, I wonder if I may ask a small kindness of those two. Elder, they should not hear this request from your lips. Permit me to inquire of them instead. Can I help out as well? Little Tio, you're nice. Oh no, Marek. Invincible as you are, you're not suited to all tasks. Please, go to the village square. As you desire, I shall await your presence there. Tio, we shall walk together. Yes, Master. No one in the village can perform this task, otherwise I would never ask you to. That's fine with me. Yes, I would be happy to help as well. Fine, glad to hear it. I'm counting on you. This place is open only at feast times. Ryuru and Elena. What I ask will require courage and determination. Those who have entered here, many have perished. As such, we only ask help of those strong in both mind and body. And luck. But I face it you. Your resolve must be unwavering to enter. Ryuru, will you please do us this honor? Yes, with such sorrow. Sure, can't really say no. Thank you, Ryuru. Thank you. Then, please, enter the forbidden room. Da-da-da-dum. This place is empty. Look, just in case you didn't know, we're not a band of traveling interior decorators. Are you ready? Figured there'd be at least some monsters or something. I wonder what we're here for. Are you ready? As always. Weren't ready for that, were you? Ouch. What is this? Whoa. Yes. You okay, Elena? Yes, I think so. Only a little startled. Place gives me the creeps. What are we supposed to do in here? Look, Ryuru. I see some light over there. What is it? Probably should check it out. Nothing better to do. Kinda, yeah. But what are we even supposed to be doing? What's this? The thing on top appears to be a large cuddle. Here we go. There's an inscription. He who seeks the blessings of the earth must be tested in the arena of trials. I'm guessing it's to the right. Bring here the walnuts of light. The door of blessings shall open. Walnuts of light. No comment. What could that mean? Let's do this. Chorus like, bring me the walnuts of light. Yes, you shall gain the nuts of light. This is the trial. Grabbing nuts from the pedals before time runs out. What's next? Breaking the pillow gauntlet. Should I grab the walnuts of light? Sure. Is it enough? I mean, I have 23 walnuts of light. Little carrots come running, going like, well, we're happy. Q? Q indeed. They're dancing. They seem to be happy. So that's it. These walnuts of light. Food for the little carrots. I'm guessing the blessing of the earth are behind that door. Let's go. We shall indeed find out what sort of horrible nonsense awaits us. Nut of light acquired. This is the blessing of the earth. Pointless. How odd. Why would the people of the village send us here on such an errand? Yeah, indeed. Not again. Not again. Just what is this stuff? This moss reeks. Smells like Sky when he opens that beak of his. Yo, it's getting all over me. Jeez, let's get out of here. Makes you wonder what was the purpose of this little particular expedition, I am assuming. This looks like the exit. Yes, they use the term trial pretty loosely around here. Yes, seems like a rather poor joke. Yet again! I hate this! Well, okay, to be fair, I wasn't expecting that sort of exit. I was just expecting an elevator. Just what were we supposed to do? What the hell is this stuff? What's the fuck wrong? What's with you guys? Wonderful. Thank you so much. For what? Yeah, good listen. It smells just heavenly to us. Oh, shite. Are we full of cat stuff? The cat grass stuff? Scrap of silver by moss. Yeah, it is actually, isn't it? Superb, huh? It smells like a vintage here. Wanted you to go get the sap from the silver moss. You see, when any of us goes in, the smell zaps our desire to come out again. I haven't had such glorious fragrances in years. Please accept this as a token of our gratitude. Let the feast begin. Basically just wanted to get high. And we were the drug dealers in this case. They say the smell will linger even if we try to scrub it off. Must be an acquired taste. Smell. Come, let's see what they're so dead happy about. Guess you already know. Yes. With a captivating scent. Hey, Merrick, step out of it. Oh, I'm sorry, reiterated later. Both of you are exuding an enchanting scent. I've heard that some smells are impossible to rid yourself of. This seems to be one of them. Oh. Did you two get something smeared on you? Oh, yeah, can you tell? This is horrible. Do you really smell? Seem to have the oil of silver moss on you. Is it harmful? Oh, well, it has no effect on humans, but it intoxicated beastmen. And some of them even become addicted to it. Does it mean it is dangerous for us to go near the villagers? The effects last for about 1 day, and it takes roughly 3 days to become addicted, so there's no danger. Oh, thank goodness. Ah, what a wonderful smell. He's getting high. It's not time for that just yet. My guest, have you a talent to share with us? It will be a feast only if you participate. None of my talents are appropriate for dinner theater. But we have to do something. Please, do not be embarrassed. Anything will suffice. May I ask you that? Sing a song, a hymn, whatever. I do not mind to sing, but... what is it with you, Ryudo? I thought you hated church hymns. Can't stand them. But I can tolerate them, if you think. Thank you, Ryudo. It's the first time you have ever said anything nice about my singing. Really? Actually, really. Are you sure? No, I guess he just thought that to himself. Well then, I shall sing. You shall. Hey, Ryuru, buddy, pal. Such a constant god or woman. Listen, oh friend of friends, she's different. Oh, I see. Sky, don't start with me. It's dinner time. Shouldn't you ramming your head into a tree by now? My, how you've changed. Word of advice. Women are impossible to understand. So act before your brain starts getting in the way. What the hell do you mean by that? Precisely what he said, I'm assuming. The god I do care not for. Yet the song does move me. Marek is practical. Master, what response does Elena's song prompted you? It is a warmth that blooms within. A fragile thing of thread and air unfolding. I do not feel anything. Nothing at all. Well, not exactly nothing, but I do not understand. That is your heart. I have no heart. Quite literally, I have an engine. Master, I still do not understand what you mean by live free. There's so much that I still do not know. You need not understand. You need only listen. Live free is to pay heed to the voice within you. No more than this. Ryuru is learning the truth of this, and only now does he begin to set aside the laws of man, live under the natural law. Ryuru lives under the natural law. I do not understand this. Does this correspond to the protocol being your own master? Yes, perhaps this will be the most expedient path to understanding. From this moment was, seek to become your own master. This is your command, master. How shall I address you from this point on, master? My name is Marek. As I told you when we first met. Very well, Marek. From now on, I am my own master. Indeed, I believe you are. Come, let us make a mouse wet with drink. My tongue swells with thirst. Marek. What is your need, dear? I'm just testing my functions, and I think I just felt something when I called you Marek. A slight increase in heat production, yet my cooling systems are operational. Your heart, young one. I have a heart. Don't think so. How can you confirm the sound of a flower opening or the taste of an autumn sunset? Feel. This is enough. Yeah, we're gonna all turn into hippies at this point, going like, just feel it, man. If you can't feel it, just take a few more of my specially prepared mushrooms. That was wonderful, miss. You have such a beautiful voice. Very nice, Elena. Thank you, Ryuru. Where's Sky gone? Said he was hungry. Probably knocked himself out in a closed window. That's not what he said. Guess we gotta sing something too. At this one before. Maybe at Rowan's place. This is an interesting song. Yeah, simply yet very lovely. Hey Ryuru, I've heard them say that the spring is beautiful once night falls. Yeah, I hate that too. Seems as if the forest sparkles at night. I would like to see that. Me too. Come on, let's go. I guess. Going off on a bit of a date. Don't follow me, there's gonna be smexy times. I was kind of nervous. Until now I sang only for Lord Granas. Never thought I would sing for others. And I've never had so much fun singing. I never imagined it to be so exciting. Mark's people are a wonderful audience. They're good folk. Hell, even I feel better after hanging around them. I love to sing. It brings me a sense of peace. As if I were somehow closer to the world. Well, we each have our own little pleasantries, don't we? That we indulge in from time to time. I wonder if those who listen feel the same. Say, Ryuru. Elena, I really want to thank you for what you did for me when the horns got me. I got it all messed up last time. Like, Winter say was when the horns possessed me. I felt you in my heart, and it was like our hearts were connected. Elena, you're special to me. Nice confession. Ryuru, why do you tell me this now? So suddenly. I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong again? No, I don't think so. I think you pretty much nailed it. I'm thirsty right now. Wait a minute while I go drink from the spring. Never goes how I wanted to. You, that Ryuru, saying such things out of the blue. Yeah, kinda got you there, eh? But I cannot respond. If I did, I would do something important inside of me. That's right, yours was all mine. Linear. Indeed. Face it, sister, it would never work between you and Ryuru. Isn't that the most important thing in your life, you see? You would never begin to actually love someone else. It's not true. Really? Well, you could have fooled me. You handled that pretty well back there. It could not be helped. I have a high obligation. I must complete my task, no matter the price. You think, Your Holiness? Nothing's more important than the damn world, right? Oh, how can you say that? Why do you torment me? Oh, save the drama for your mama. I know everything about you. Don't forget that. Me? I'd give myself totally to Ryuru. Life and body. Ryuru could never love a woman like you. He'd have to pry my cold dead fingers off him first. You're making this into a thing, eh? A bit of the yandere approach there. Stop it, Melania. What are you trying to do to Ryuru? Ryuru is mine. He knows it. I know it. And one way or another, you'll know it. That's an argument. Good night, Elena. Melania has just decided that, no, enough is enough. That's my boy toy, and you don't get your sticky paws on that. I mean, she quite literally is precisely making that point. Come here, second pot of coffee. Pleasant. Even if slightly cooler than before, still pleasant. Seems we have lost something. Elena. Millennia. You hey, handsome, what's wrong? You happy to see me? Or is that just your sword in your pants? What? Oh my. You happy to see me? And I've been just dying to see you. Oh, sad. Look, the moon is so beautiful tonight. Got me thinking about you. Always looks like this. What do you want, Melania? Look, here 1 second and you're gone the next, even if I have something to tell you. Does that mean you have something to tell me? Damn it. You always do that. Yeah, it's kinda a woman thing. Get used to it. Well, I'm here right now. What do you have to say, Ryuro? I'm listening. Spit it out. Listen, you hear it. My heart is pounding. I can't wait any longer. Yeah, I'm sure his heart is pounding too. And his groins. Stop it. Now. Woman. What the hell are you thinking? Of you, Ryuro. Think of nothing but you. And a cute animation, isn't it? I want to cut this from the game and just use that for something. I don't even know for what I would use it, but I would like to have a mini chibi animation of that. That would be most pleasant. I'm sure there are ways to do that. Sadly, many things. I'm not too well versed in ways to make that happen. Mine. I have to write it down as a mental note for ask somebody sometime. My only thoughts about what I can do to make you love me. You can stop creeping me out like this. I can't help it. I fall in love with you. I don't know if I don't know what to do. That's straight. Just forget it, Ryuro, okay? Get said anything. I think I really do love you. But I kind of feel the same way about Elena. Why? Why would you love me more if I was human? Yeah, I don't think that's the point. No, that's not it. It's difficult. Right now I think a lot about the both of you. You can't choose. Impossible. I love you, Ryuro, much more than Elena does. You'll never be second in my heart. I love you much, much more. That girl, she... I'm sorry, Melania. Not fair to either of you. You don't have the guts to make your decision. I'll decide for you. I'm sorry, Ryuro. Hey, what do you think you're... Elena? Ryuro, what am I... Oh, it's just Melania. Tell Ryuro. You want Melania, eh? Eh? You want Melania, eh? Elena? Don't misunderstand. To be fair, Ryuro just admitted quite outright that he's basically two-timing them. Which is a bit of a strange way of putting it, considering they are one and the same person. One and the same body. Ryuro, choose Melania. Actually, no, he quite literally told Melania that he choose neither, because he can't choose one. I mean, you know, kid's getting a bit big for his britches, isn't he? Like, oh, I can't even handle one woman, and I will now choose to annoy two of them. That's gonna end up splendid. Although, to be fair, Melania is kinda cheating. How could I let myself get so carried away? I have a mission. Yeah, I know, a mission from God. Is this death is of most importance? Yes, most importance. Ignore your feelings, that's going to work well. As it always does. Then again, you know, if you just follow your heart all the time, you will probably confuse it with your instincts and end up in some horrible mess. Thanks for everything. Do not speak of it, you're our friends after all. We must take our leave. Take care. You head for uncharted territory, known to us only through legend. It is in the Great Rift, at a place we call the Tower of the Purple Cloud. If your way becomes too difficult, return here. Nothing is too difficult. You will always be welcome here. The gate to the village will be open to you always. It's good to have a place to actually come back to and rest, a base of operations if you will. Because we do probably need some healing now and then. Everything is almost over, right? If so... that's wrong, Elena. I said that was a misunderstanding. No, that is not what bothers me. Come, the divine sword awaits. Strange reaction there. But what can I say? Well then, we have a clear-cut direction. We have an idea where the fucking holy sword is waiting for us. Let's see if we can't find out, shall we? Oh, we can actually now spend the night. We serve delicious food here. I'm sure you will like it. Eat as much as you can before we set out on the final leg of our journey. Indeed, the Great Rift is a place forbidden to my people. None may say what will occur once its borders we cross. Let us eat or fill now, while this meal at least is known to us. No, this berry is so sweet and tasty. Yeah, let me try one, Elena. Hey, it has a fishy taste. It's not sweet, it's salty. What? Are you serious? Oh, they're sweet. They taste just like a candy I used to eat as a child. Crazy, give me another one. See, it's salty. It tastes just like broiled fish. How can the same type of berry taste so different to you and I? It's amazing. You both seem quite perplexed. Okay, Marek, what's the deal? Is there some sort of trick to these things? Yes, there is. Do you wish to know? Berries are so strange. What's going on, Marek? Each person's palate is different. It's not strange for something to taste different to you, Riro, than it does to Elena. True, that, actually. Especially with acquired tastes, they can differ quite a bit between people. But you, there's no small difference. We're talking sweet versus salty. Doesn't make sense. Come on, Marek, tell us. Are you playing some sort of trick on us? The Nanan people do not play tricks, Ryoro. We do, however, have some secrets. These berries are one of our secrets. Yes, I know, but how can something taste sweet to one person but salty to another person? It's such a big difference. How do you like the berries? They taste like something you remember fondly from the past, yes? These berries taste like whatever food you remember most dearly, therefore they tend to taste different to different people. Well that's why they tasted like sweet candy to Elena, but broiled fish to me. I used to love broiled fish as a kid. I never thought Nana village had such amazing food. These berries are simply amazing, but they are delicious. They taste just like candy I ate as a child. The person of Nanan who goes on a journey will sometimes take these berries to eat when he misses the food of his village. Oh, I get it. I told Marek. I've seen you eat these before. I'm afraid I consumed all of mine before I even met you. Marek, these berries taste sweet to me. Does that mean I will get a stomachache if I eat too many? No, there's no such danger. You're not actually eating what you taste. The berries merely recreate the flavor in your mind. So I can eat as many as I like. Well, in that case, I think I shall have another. They are, however, very rich. Eat too many and you will become fat, or render yourself immobile. Hey, Elena, don't put your berries on my plate. You pick them, you eat them. Do you? I've had enough, but eat the rest of mine. Suddenly. Very suddenly. These berries taste different depending on the person eating them. That's pretty amazing, right? Oh, Tio, why don't you try one? No, thank you, Ryuro. I'm sure they will hold no taste for me, so I do not have any memories for them to remind me of. Tio, that's not so. I'm sure you will taste something. Perhaps you will remember some food you ate recently. If you say so, Marek, then I shall try one. Ooh. What is it, Tio? What did the berry taste like? Tastes like the fruit I ate at the feast. See, Tio, you're capable of memory. You're not without feelings. You are a person with feelings and memories. Well, in the case of Tio, I'm pretty damn sure that, you know, taste is not necessarily a function that is directly concerned with feelings. Taste is a pretty damn natural thing. Why an android would have taste, though, is a question all of its own. A very fine detail to add, if you ask me. The berries have proven that. The power of the berries. So the fruit I eat at the festival is the fruit I remember most fondly from my past. Maybe a little too soon to be saying that fruit was from your past. Just happened. That's the idea. Tio, was it good? I'm not sure. I suppose so. Little Tio, she's growing every day. Brings a tear to my eyes. I see. Someday, the fruit I ate in this village will be the food that I remember most fondly. Interesting interpretation. Tio, you have changed. You're already rediscovering your inner feelings. The berries are proof of that. You already have memories in your mind. You can sense those memories inside you. Well, I'm pretty sure she has a storage unit somewhere now. Yes, Marek. You already have memories in your heart. You can sense those memories inside you. And you too, Sky. I'm dying to see what cherished food of his youth Sky remembers. Don't bother. This guy's so old he can barely taste anymore. Last I checked, his favorite food was curd. Hey, no, you know, I'm not that old. Favorite food happens to be the eyes of a certain classless, disrespectful clown. I mean, you can try. You guys are so funny the way you tease one another. Yeah, it's kinda how they roll. Basically. I think we have spoken about everything. Let's get some sleep. Tomorrow's not going to be an easy road. Indeed, it's not gonna be an easy road. Alright, let's get to bed early tonight. You have to be ready for the great rift tomorrow. Sounds like a horrible area, doesn't it? I smell lots of fighting in our near future. But still, we have to journey to find sword. The sword! Save the game, just in case. It's really not a bad habit to get into saving often. It will save you frustrations, especially if you play such a wide number of games like I tend to do. You kinda end up with, you know, troublesome things. Guess we have to go through more of the forest first. I guess so. Kinda surrounded by it. So it gives us a nice opportunity to collect a few more points to spend. And we'll need that. Although to be fair, we are at level, what, almost 40 with the group. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good state to be in. Sway out of the way. Here once again being fast as fuck. You're gonna miss, idiot. And we almost have 2000 points saved up again. I would say... Okay, that's kinda cute. I don't know why this abuses me so greatly, but it's great. So then. Now, while I do believe, from pure memory alone, that this is actually not the last leg of the journey, we are progressing rather nicely. Which does mean that, you know, keeping up our training is very much a necessity. Otherwise, a certain, very much at the end area of this game is gonna be even more of a pain in the ass than you can imagine. I kinda like how the game is doing that, actually. Basically what the game is doing is, it's not forcing you to train as rigorously as I'm doing, but it will punish you for not doing that. Quite fair, I'd say, as far as deals go. And let me just say, if you don't want the last Furies of the game to be a royal pain in your ass, then doing the labor beforehand like this is absolutely an essential part. So explore every area, kill every enemy, and make sure... Also, of course, makes the individual boss fights a lot more bearable than it would be otherwise. Believe me, some of those boss fights are a pain in the ass to do. I mean, it might not seem like much because I have, of course, diligently kept up with my training. But I can tell you, from pure memory, was always that diligent. Which bit me the ass somewhat fiercely when I entered the last area and we get a bit of a difficulty spike there in the... well, pretty much everything, from normal monsters to more. Really fucks with ya. But to be fair, that is the deal. Basically, you're agreeing to. The deal basically goes like, okay, you have saved yourself some time and energy beforehand, now pay the price. which is fair. And of course, you know, the last boss in and of itself is a pain in the ass to deal with. I can also quite proudly tell you that much. Although, to be fair, if until that point you have actually done well, you will not feel too threatened. Not to say that it makes it easy, mind you. Now I do know, from a friend, who actually played this on the hard difficulty, that the last boss can be... well, the whole game can be quite a bit of a different experience if you play it like that. Not saying you shouldn't, if you so desire, but it's basically for the more masochistic-minded people, I think, in a general sense. Not really my cup of tea. To be completely fair and honest with you. Also, it's most definitively, hard modes have always been kinda like this. It's not really how the game is supposed to play out. It's just adding more difficulty to the combat. Actually for no good reason, apart from creating extra challenge. Yeah, yes, if that is your thing, that's okay too. Never has been my thing. I like to play it as intended. Because usually the way it is, when you know, do games, you do level design, and following the story progression and stuff, you kinda have to think about how precisely you wanna face your players. Do you want an area to be harder? Do you want it to be easier? Do you want it to be a bit of a training area? Do you want it to be annoying as fuck? If you play a lot of the difficulty, then all you're doing really is completely destroying the basic idea behind that. Which is not something I'm necessarily fond of. Oh well, at least I like to imagine that most developers spend some time thinking about that. When you then look at some games, it might not seem that way, but generally speaking I still think that most developers do spend some time thinking about how to guide the player through the game in a somewhat pleasant fashion. You know, a fashion that would actually work out well for them. Ah, who missed? Stop swaying, you bitch. I already had enough of that when I had to deal with fucking nervous. But yeah. Not to get all technical on you, but I think we've cleared out this area rather nicely. Which means we can continue on and see what else. But yeah. Basic ideas do not skimp out on fighting. Yes, some games would actually better to do so, but example games with level scaling, it's sometimes just far more prudent to avoid certain combat encounters, because, well, all they're gonna do is eat your resources without giving you any benefit, because even if your level were to rise, you will not get anything out of that, apart from, you know, a tougher enemy. Of course, depending on how precisely you do level scaling, and there are some ways to do this. For example, you can deal in groups, so basically the enemy only checks if you're in a certain level range, like 1 to 5, 5 to 10 and stuff like this. In some cases it's even more anal, where it's like, okay, precisely on this level the boss will have precisely this stats, so that it will never actually become easy to deal with. But of course, if there's an upper limit to that, then you can of course use that to your advantage. You're like, okay, basically the highest enemy group is like, I don't know, up to level 20, and you're like, okay, means that if I'm level 30 at this point, the enemy is not going to have much of a chance. You can do that in some cases. I've seen different systems. Actually, I think in quite a few of the RPG Maker games I've played, there have been some scaling. In the better ones, that is. It is understandable because, of course, you know, a player with enough time and energy might very well find himself destroying game balance just for bits and giggles, and if you painstakingly created a game with, you know, a nice story and all of the good things, you probably don't want that to happen. So you can, you know, play with the options you have. I get it. But that just, you know, encourages player to then try the completely opposite approach to that sort of nonsense and try to outflank you with other nasty tricks. Trying to get their hands on certain items that have been somewhat overpowered through oversight, for example. Also a very nice little approach. Actually interesting just when you think about just how much time and energy people invest in finding ways to cheese their way through games. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. I mean, after all, you would have to have some interest in the game itself, otherwise you wouldn't spend that much time trying to find ways to use the system to your advantage. Just that, you know, it wasn't the intended interest you should be having. Well, does it really matter in the end, as long as people are happily playing your game? I wonder. Can't say I have much of a personal opinion on that particular matter. After all, I've done many things in my life, but most admittedly not creating games. Playing games though, I'm pretty good at that, at this point. Mind you, that doesn't mean I'm good at games, it just means I'm good at playing games. Very important difference. Yo, it's Jeff. Hello there. How are you? I see you managed to catch another one of my little streams. That is, I would say, rather pleasant. Well, to be fair, it's 2 days in a row at a very strange time for me. Excuse me, I need a bit more coffee. But hey, I'm keeping in the spirit of diversifying the times, I guess. Even if it happens through accidents, it's still, you know, I can just write my name on it and claim that's fully intended and that I only did it for other people. Yes, yes. Well, that was something. Ah, it's you again. And I don't think you have actually gotten stronger since the last time I met you, so I'm going to murder you. And now Rick fails, probably. Could you stop throwing shit at me? You're doing well. I'd like to hear that. Always a good start in the new day. That is still relatively early, actually. For me, at least. To be completely fair and honest. Now then, murder the tree. Bit of a gangbang going on there, but it worked, and that is all we ever wanted. Okay, so we do know that some of those trees are actually hiding monsters. That is good to know. Very good to know, even. Because that means more monsters. More XP, more points to spend on our skills and stuff. And now we have things to destroy. Why am I not surprised? Now then. Great Rift, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it's just one of the more interesting looking areas, I think. My memory is not the best, to be fair. Maybe I'm mixing it up with another area, because, you know, you will always have some same-ish themes going on. Something like the Great Rift Desert area does appear, not only here. Quite a few games actually use those. Not a bad thing, mind you. kinda speaks for the popularity of that particular nonsense. Ah shit, he was too slow. That attack really hurts. I have to admit. Really does. Hey, and that is why God has given us healing spells. In his wisdom, infinite as it is. Oh, come on. Really couldn't kill it. Come on. It had like no HP left. See. We need to get ever stronger. Hey, we almost have reached the nice 40 level zone. I would say we're doing pretty good. But still, keep in mind, we do need to keep up the leveling. Otherwise, the last area, monster-wise, is gonna be a pain, and I don't like doing painful things. Not if I don't have to, that is. Another little gangbang successfully done and over with. Since my people have an infinite amount of stamina in this particular area, we shall continue to do so. No. Once I dealt with the immediate threat, that ended up horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a lot of apple hearts, don't I? You know what? I will not actually eat a lot of apple hearts. I'm going to do something about that. Yeah, get cancelled. Actually, I don't think we have yet tried the new Sky Dragon Slash. Because it's not fully leveled yet. It's also not an instant cast. Did he just get cut off in his own special skill? Boop. It does a lot of damage, but you really need to level that one up, because otherwise it just takes too long. It makes it not nearly as useful. Sadly enough. But well, we'll get around to it. It's one of my main goals right now. One of the many ones I have. By the end I kinda wanna have everything leveled up, of course. But there are some skills I tend to use more often and some I tend to use less often. So, you know, it's kinda... well, a limit of taste, I suppose, in this particular case. Technically speaking, I don't think there's any really completely useless skill in here. There are just some that I find less useful because I can do it in other ways. For example, the... I think Rowan was the one who had the... special attack where he can heal people's abnormal stats. Now that is nice, but basically every single mana egg has the same ability. It kind of feels like, you know, why would even bother? Is the idea. It's still not completely useless because at max level you can cast it as an instant, which of course means you can instantly cure potentially an assault amount of abnormal states on your characters. So it's not useless, mind you, and you can absolutely use it. It's just not without alternative, let's say. On the other hand, some of the damage skills that doing an abnormally high amount of damage, which you can't get in basically no other way. So focusing on that is quite a bit more my style, I guess. Heck, if given half a chance, I would probably go for, you know, passive abilities, like I like to do in the most Western RPGs that use either the D&D system or a variant of that. Stack enough of those passives up and you will get a ridiculous nice amount of bonies on your characters. Works quite well, I can tell you. I kinda figured that would be the case. Yeah, I can't stop that apple hurl. No, if even Marek eats like 300 damage from that, that's the thing. Most normal attacks actually at this point in time don't even face Marek. Just gonna stand there like, well, 0. And that's what you get from that. What you get for your troubles in attacking Marek. You get nothing. And I figured you wouldn't be smart enough to run over and deal with the other one. Kinda figured that much. What can you do? That is why we don't let just the AI play games. It's not the smartest at what it's doing. I think if memory serves, actually this game has an AI function. I'm pretty sure it has actually. Where you can basically let the AI handle the combat for you, but... maybe because I played games before that actually was a thing, you know, way back when. But usually even if I know that it's potentially an option that could make my life easier, I tend to just do all of the inputs manually still. Just what you kinda get used to, I guess. Really help myself. Not any. I'm actually looking forward to the next area though. See if my memory is right. I do remember the Grana Saber though. That holy sword we're looking for. That's gonna be fun. But well, you will see when we're there and you're gonna be like, ah, yeah, sure. A most normal reaction, I would say. Okay. Yeah, I kinda figured that would be a monster, but still, I was kinda expecting something so hidden would have an item or two. Partly was under a bit of a misconception here. That skill really does hurt though. The double counter, that hurts. It really, really hurts. Not me though, my enemies however. I guess it's time for using some more healing magic. Yes, I'm pretty sure that'd probably be a good idea. I mean, it's basically what we have that for. And just when she has like 200 and a few MP, she can probably cast the normal heal enough to get us through most areas, pretty much undamaged. This looks like it leads somewhere, in the most annoying way you could lead away. All of that for a seed of running, eh? I mean, don't get me wrong, the seed of running is not a bad seed. Come on, trigger some monsters, I'm pretty sure you want to. This looks like such a trap, doesn't it? Come on, I'm sure there's gotta be a trap here somewhere. Okay. I could quite literally see your nose sticking out of the big tree, monster. You ain't it adapted hiding, I'm just gonna point that out. Quite literally, it pokes through. I do love it. They do a whole HD remaster and even such things that could obviously be fixed easily enough, I think. They're just like, nope. It's part of the experience. You kinda have to take it. Yes. Good old games. Really a good thing that they exist. Otherwise, where would I take all of my entertainment from? I mean, you know, back in the day I would have said, yeah, you could just watch the news, that's funny enough, because, well, of all of the fucking nonsense they're talking about. Nowadays, however, it's one constant stream of just the same, over and over again. Does kinda get to you at some point. Watch that. Games it shall be. Ah, good games. Probably actually one of the reasons why I'm not necessarily that much bothered with the restrictions that they put out. It's like, oh no, I can't go to the cinema. Yeah, I haven't been in quite a while. If they had banned games, however, I probably would have rioted on the streets. To be fair. Let's hope it never comes to that. I'm feeling a bit too old to actually doing that. A whole lot of nothing. I can see. That's great. Many mushrooms destroyed. Not one thing to show for it. Rather saddening state of affairs. No then, Marek. I know you're slow, but please come around at some point. Okay, that's one more go. Hey, that is my whole... Is there actually an achievement for that? I wonder... There was one for like level 25 or so, I think. Maybe there's one for level 40. No, no, I should have gotten it because we're already level 40. Maybe at level 50? Who knows? We shall find out one way or another. In time, of course. I don't think I'm gonna reach level 50 just yet. It would be kinda... Would actually be rather overpowered for this particular point in the game, I think. I don't think I've been much higher from what I remember. And again, that's not the most reliable sort of information, considering that it's been a while. And it could be that my memory is just not up to snuff in this particular area, and it's just like, well, I am just going to agree with him so he doesn't bother me. Maybe it has found its lazy side. Who knows? I sure as hell don't. I have no way of confirming or denying. Yes, I want to deal with you first, because you make annoying sounds in the background. While I look for noses sticking out of trees. The amount of sentences you say, which I never thought possible. Thank you, gaming. Thank you very much. What would we do without you? Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Yes, sir. Now then. Cleaning up the area. Nice and easy. Why do I have so many different little alarm thingies? Right. Because I have so many things. Now, a bit more money. Money is always a good thing. But damn it. We missed the opportunity to look for the nose because it just came out. Coward. Ouch. That actually hurts. If not for that one single bloody ability. Because I wouldn't actually be that much of a danger, but that one ability really turns that on its head, quite literally. Which is also the reason why you kinda wanna gangbang those trees to death really, really fast. If you can, that is. Which is not that easy, mind you. They do have a nice amount of HP, all things considered. I shall give him that much. Also, I'm still not using that. Technically speaking, I have a more powerful sword available to me, but the ability of said sword is a bit annoying. Put it mildly. Basically, it deals 10% of its damage as well, as damage to yourself. I'm sure there's a better way of saying it, but just didn't find it. And was like, wait. Yeah, basically 10% of the damage you do to an enemy is damage you get. And 10% doesn't sound much, technically speaking. You know, let's say Yurudu does like 400 damage a hit, that means he would get like 40 damage in return, which is not that bad. But no, never was a fan of those special ability swords. Not my style, personally speaking. Same with elemental weapons, actually. I have always hated the idea of elemental weapons. I don't know which game it was, actually. There was one game that did bring me the trauma that led to that. Because, of course, in the game itself, it was a simple RPG game. There were many elemental weapons, basically. And the trick was, you would always get the same elemental weapon as the area you were in. So when you explore the volcano, you would get a fire sword, okay? Easy enough to understand in concept, right? Now that sword would usually be a lot better than what you had, so you would be tempted to equip it. Of course, every enemy in the area would also be a fire type, so you would kinda get fucked. Because your now very powerful sword would become less than ideal. Now the idea here was actually rather simple. Concept-wise. You would pick the blade up in this area, and since you would have to constantly backtrack to farm for resources in the old areas, you could then use your newly acquired elemental blade in another area to high effect to make basically the grind a bit easier. So that was the idea, but for the love of mine, it took me quite a while to figure that out. And so I spent a lot of time being really frustrated with my new shiny blade, going like, yay, no damage. And in some cases it was even worse, because some of the enemies would actually get healed by their own element. So one careless slash of the wrong character could lead to a messy situation. Don't remember the title of the game for the love of mine, though. Well, yeah, was heavily focused on elemental things. I remember that much. This is the Tower of the Purple Cloud. And the divine sword pierced Valmar, finally fell. The earth was burst, rent, and split. If it is as the holy book states, then that whirlwind is where the Grana Saber lies. Nice picture, by the way. What a horrible place. It pains my eyes. The wind is incredible. Yeah, there's a fucking tornado going on there. I'm pretty sure the wind should be incredible. Come on, let's move. It really does look nice, doesn't it? Ah, the music changes. Also a melody I will never get out of my head, honestly. I'll probably remember it till the day I die. Ouch. It's as holish as fuck. A healing fruit, how fitting. Basically, game's like, here, let me damage you. Now take a healing fruit. I'm like, thanks game. Very nice of you. Now, where can I stab you? Ah, pleasant. Probably this alone is part of the reason why I remember this area rather fondly. Because I do like this music. Please. Wait a bit. Rather pleasant. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna fall. That's not. And we finally get a new background to fight in. That too is rather neat. Gonna make Maruk's attack a bit of a waste, but what can you do? Little Tio can quite literally outrun everyone if she wants to. One of the amazing little things. Having my heavy hitters with 4 and 3 attacks each is quite amazing, I will say. I see a chest. Pretty sure we can only jump down here. Yes. This kind of feels like it's the way forward, so I should probably start some backtracking. To get myself something. Yeah, probably a bad idea. To do some good old-fashioned backtracking. I don't miss any items. A bit of an obsession with that particular nonsense. Then again, luckily enough, most of the things you find in chests are just helpful items, generally speaking. Like healing items, maybe some of the more permanent stat increase items are there, but yeah, even those are not really a necessity. Even if you miss one, it's not an game-ending situation. It makes very sure that you're not missing anything that would be too important, which is rather nice. Some other games tend to be somewhat more harshly in their judgment. Which can be nice. It can also be a pain in the ass though. A real pain in the ass. If you have to find one fucking obscure item somewhere in a lonely chest sitting in no man's land basically, you will very soonish feel the pain. Now I'm assuming this is the way back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna backtrack from here, basically. To see if we missed anything on the other side. Then we're going to continue downwards, because I think this is actually the way forward. Would make sense, I'd say. It's a bit playing with your expectation, because of course we kind of want to climb down to the ground level, so going up like we did here would usually lead the other way, but of course it's not that easy. And there was nothing here. That's... well, that's a nice game. But hey, at least now I can sleep somewhat more satisfied in the knowledge that I haven't outright missed anything. Ah, well. Oh, that rhymes actually. It's actually nice to have your companions following you along like this. I remember back in the day when it just was your little protagonist wandering around, and whenever there was combat, your companions would curiously just randomly spawn into the battle screen and go like, yeah, we were here the whole time, you just didn't see us. Ah, such an old thing. Hey. It was a thing. Now then, what happens if we push rock? A path has been created. In the most violent of fashions. sure it's gonna get pissed off with me if I go to its nest. Yeah, it is absolutely gonna get pissed. Oh, 3 XP, here we come. Again, and again, and again. I really wish they would attack Marek a bit more, because, well, he is quite literally invincible at this particular point in time. I mean, quite literally. When everybody else eats over 100, Marek stands there and is like, well, maybe I will take, now, like 40 damage or so. But just if he's actually feeling nice, generous to his enemy. Well reserved, actually, you can make this even better by giving him even more things that add to his defense to make him physically quite immune to things. You can break pretty much every game. That's something you should remember. If you play the systems right, that is. Well, I'm not against a bit of min-maxing here and there, mind you. That's absolutely legit. Overdoing it to the point where you actually make the encounters absolutely trivial is kinda actually the same point I'm usually trying to make. It kinda means that you have really worked with the game system, and that means you have to spend some time and interest in it, which is good. On the other side of the argument, you also kind of beating the whole point of the game, namely of having, you know, a somewhat challenging encounter here and there. And of course, as long as that is a thing, you will be absolutely, or can be absolutely assured that there are, of course, also games that specifically cater to those people. Which basically means games where you have to min-max to a rather high degree, otherwise you will find yourself outmatched absolutely easily. Not bad. All that leads to is in the end quite a bit more diversity in the amount of games we have available, which I myself find rather pleasing. After all, there can never be too many good games. Well, what makes a good game is of course very much a matter of perspective. What is a good game in my eyes does not necessarily mean it's a good game in your eyes. To give you a nice little example that I have always found to be rather debatable, the Breath of Fire series. Personally, I would say it's one of my favorite RPGs. In some ways, at least, even more so than the Final Fantasy series, which gets some Final Fantasy people rather riled up, to say it mildly. There were quite a few heated debates back in the day about that particular topic. I'm not saying that their opinion is invalid, mind you. It's quite valid, actually. They have every right to like Little Final Fantasy, but I still think, you know, at the end of the day, the Breath of Fire series all the way. Which very much showcases that you can't just generalize. It doesn't work that way. I got blazers for that. Can you imagine how boring the world would be? Yeah, especially games-wise. I probably would not really like that. Not at all, actually. Well, I guess I'll take it as a shortcut. Game. Little Theo climbing around. I guess no, I could have potentially waited this out, but initiative in this game is actually not much of a high advantage. You start a bit sooner on the action bar, but that's basically the extent you're going for. Not really enough to really matter in the long run. Q once again races ahead. You get a lot of dragon bone helmets though. Still quite a nice amount of them. Pretty sure there was some money. And push you too. Actually, in this case it was pretty damn lucky that we went the other way first. Otherwise we would have to now go back all the way, then come back here again. Sounds like a royal pain in the arse, doesn't it? Just the smallest littlest bit though. It should be happy that we could actually avoid that. Come here then, little bitch boy. Shall beat you, little purple fucker. Shit, he was too slow. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Just a bit disappointed. Actually, Marek's probably one weakness. He's not a fast attacker, generally speaking. At least motion-wise, that is. Which means most enemies can actually outrun him. Tio's attack is actually relatively fast. See, now we have initiative and we start a bit earlier on the action bar. Yay! What a grand advantage, isn't it? Doesn't matter all that much. That of course also means that being surprised by the enemy also isn't that much of a negative. Just something to keep in mind, you know. Otherwise, you might be tempted to try for it every single time, which, well, if it fits good, but if you actually try to deliberately aim for it, it's going to cost you even more time. And why do that when it's not necessary? Well, everybody has once again reached a new level. Now then, I'm pretty sure we're getting relatively close to that tornado thing. They fucked themselves. Those idiots. Okay, that was kinda cute. Just went into the bushes like, oh, I can't see him anymore. Where is he? Coming out, group. Almost like a lane ambush. I mean, I wasn't really planning on it, but it did work out that way, so I guess I'll take it. Ouch. He was eating a few too many attacks there. Ain't too pleasant. Now then, this looks a lot like the way forward. So many paths open to me, I decide to go through them all. Demon Tears, actually that's the one that gives you more attacks, isn't it? And I could kinda see myself using that on Tio, but I think she has an evasion thing equipped. A man's headband. I don't think that's good for my attack. Caps evasion by 5. That's actually something that sounds like it would suit Tio rather well, where I'm set up right now. Man's iron clocks. Negates knockback. That's neat. Engage damage under 200. If I equip this to Marek, he's basically immune to damage for a while. Where is it? Maybe I misread. That's 10%, well, it's only 5%. Would get a few more things out of that, but doesn't feel like it's actually useful. Also, she would lose evasion, and I don't like that. I do like her as a bit of an evasion tank. Even though, to be fair, it doesn't trigger that often, so I guess it's not the most efficient. Anything down here that I need to know of? But apart from more idiots that want to get murdered by my superior firepower. Quite literally in this case. Which reminds me, I do kinda need to heal Tio at some point. I was kinda hoping for another save point at some point. But alas, the game has decided no. Okay. It does kind of seem to be the way forward, though. Doesn't it? Yes, just out of pure fun, we could equip now with the negates damage and the 200 thing at some point. Just to see how much that fucks with the enemies. He's like, ha 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 ha, checkmate you there. Then give him that thing that makes him more likely to be attacked. I probably wouldn't have to spend that much time and energy on actually healing if we were to do that. I can absolutely see that. Now then, heal with the enemies, go back, let's see if there's anything back there. Usually the side paths at least aren't that long, so... Shit. Some hope that Ryudo would actually aim at the other one, but of course he did not. Ah, that's technology. That's nice and fitting skill. Yeah, the last level of Dragon Slash was like 6,000. That's something we actually need to save for. I can tell you that much. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have done all of that. Hello there! And anachronistic services. How are you? Feeling good on this fine morning? Anachronistic services. Anna, basically. I shall call it such. Because otherwise I've got to break my tongue at some point, and I like my tongue as it is. Unbroken. Works rather well. Do I want to deal with that though? I mean, I kinda want to. Kinda need to save up my special coins though, for the moment. At the least. I guess I try to aim at finally finishing some of the magic legs off. 69. Penalty. You want to tell me something there, eh? It's indeed a rather great game, I'll give it that much at the very least. Rather entertaining. That's good. And since you are also my main healer, let's actually get the all healer finished up. Now, continue backtracking. Out of the way, birds. I will be back to meet you later. Quite the fun game, I will admit. Although for various reasons, I never actually came around to play the first Grandia game. I tried a few times, but something always crept up and kinda kept me from getting anywhere. Okay, there's nothing up here. But, I mean, there's an item, so I guess nothing is not completely correct. Well, to be fair, this is the, what was it called? Oh yeah, the HD remaster. Basically, they gave it a bit of a polish, but a bit is actually a very fitting way. Apart from that, everything is as it always has been. Apart from the nice little fact that you can now get the Japanese voices, which actually is interesting, especially if you're not used to it. Oh, nice little gangbang there. But yeah, generally speaking, most of the things have not really changed. Like at fucking all. Which is, to be fair, rather pleasant. I do like to come back to a game and find it just as it is. Don't really need much more. Didn't miss anything else. Good. Very good indeed. Now then. Little birdies. It's your turn to die a horrible death. Considering the sheer amount, I might actually be willing to go for something like this. Just to make it a bit easier on us. Also, I kind of forgot to heal myself, which is not the smartest move. It's still only for us. Okay, how much do we actually have left? I mean, reasonably speaking, not much. Let's reduce the numbers just a tiny little bit. Okay, Marek, where were you going there? I really would like to know where you were going. Such a nice little ability, isn't it? That was not working like I wanted it to. Well, what can you do? Oh, stop swaying. That's my specialty, not yours. Bad bird. Very bad bird. See, it's all in Japanese. Then again, there are not that many voice lines in the game at the end of the day. I think you can quite literally count the amount of scenes where they actually use voices. If not on one hand, then probably on two. Which, mind you, well, okay if you ask me, but overall, you know, voicing everything is probably quite the pricey endeavor. More birds. Theatre is over here. You shall be beaten. Most brutally. Actually, I have a tornado, but it's gonna take forever to load. Since I don't remember how that looks. Let's actually give her a nice little opportunity to load that up.
風を断ちます。
Ooh. Did you just suck up your own companions there? That's not very nice. Well, apparently my companions are rather unfazed by falling from the sky. Which is good considering that we are chasing a freaking tornado anyway. Guess I shall not be suffering too much when we encounter it.
終わり。さよなら。
I see already more birds. Why? Why does it always need 3 more birds? A healing point. Oh. Very fortuitous for us. You will not get an ambush on me. Okay, Ryuru. Let's use your ultimate ability here to do some horrible things to the enemies. I mean, as soon as you can, that is, because, well, right now you're kinda getting stopped. I do like the way they actually cut the voices. I mean, it's not really stopping the effect it has, but I do remember one of the cutscenes where they did it, and that just kinda, you know. It's kinda ruined the scene a bit. Just a tiniest little bit. I'm pretty sure she's actually going to finish before they actually get a chance to get any necessary attacks off.
風を断ちます。
Let's take their energy into ourselves. Yes, I shall not claim that this is all training for what we are going to be encountering soonish. Soonish indeed. Now just finish the rest, please. There's quite literally not much left. Sad. Well, that's a sound. I don't remember what sort of shield you actually have. Ouch. Yeah, okay, we need to treat this with a bit care. That's actually a dangerous attack. Okay. Learning. Got ambushed there. Well, this is going to be a bit more annoying to fight. you know, without dying. Need to be kind of careful here. How many could you actually hit?
レンゲ行きます。
I guess that's rather neat. And you being fast as fuck again. Nice. And I think I have the necessary 6,000 now, don't I? Yes, I do. Hey, dragon slash! That seems rather troublesome. A wall of clouds. Remarkable. That air looks, it looks like a wall of wind, honestly. Not so much clouds. The fist just came out of the wall. Punch you in the face, Ryuru. What the hell? What's going on here? Looks like we're not going forward. But this is only wind. We must continue, for we have come so far. But what will we do? Questions among questions. You, what is your concern? What are they? What are those things, Dio? They seem to be soldiers slain long ago. Yeah, my sisters. Soldiers. This would appear to be a graveyard for soldiers. And not much of a graveyard. More like a dumping ground. Not a nice way. I mean, even if you consider them just tools, you can, you know, at least pay them some small margin of respect. It seems they charged this wall. They were all destroyed, as they knew they would be. Then why the hell did they do it anyway? Yeah, that's actually a good question. They did as they were directed. Let us go to the Demon's Law over there. We can make this wall of wind disappear. The Demon's Law. Then we go there. Yeah, since we're not really going to continue without that. Still, as I said, this is not much of a graveyard. Very disrespectful to the tools you used. I'm sure the ghost of the tools you used will hunt you in your next life too, and go like, nope, fuck you. I've been an asshole about things. Found something. I knew it would be a valuable experience. Actually, have I taught you anything? No, I have not taught you anything. But technically I don't need to because you have magic. Like crackling. Not a little one. Crackle away. Crackle like you mean it. Must admit, I do still find the idea not bad to actually use, you know, nice little video elements when your 3D graphics are not yet there. Oi, little one. You wanna die? That's all nice and dandy. Actually, have I given you any good magic? I mean, you have some good magics, yes, but you don't have the magics I would need right now. Only 2A. That was very poorly aimed on my part. Very poorly aimed. You missed. That is not good indeed. Not good at all. Okay, that seems like a very deadly effect. Have a freaking skull. No, it's not Daijobu. It's not Daijobu at all. Nice. Dealt with all of the nonsense. Okay, can't deal with it with this. What else do we have ability-wise? Okay, need to remember that we need to actually use Halva for that. Remember, very important lesson. Halva, useful. Very useful. I mean, it cures all at Nema's better, so... No matter how you look at it, it's pretty damn useful of a tool. You know what? I will not allow that. You die now. You too. Elena's special skill, terrorism. Improvised explosives. I mean, it works like a charm, to be fair, so I'm not gonna complain about it overly much. There you go. Okay, let's give Ryuru a fair chance to use his unbelievable skill again. It is a very damaging ability. And I got an achievement or part of an achievement for something. I don't even know, but I'm sure it will have its reasoning. Okay. And we can only use the other entrance. That's good to know. At least cleaning out this area wasn't completely for nothing. And at least we get ever more rich, which is good. After all, money does not tend to grow on trees. We shall not forget that. Also, those corridors are really fucking with my perspective, aren't they? Okay, doesn't really matter then. Down it goes. I see a monster. Looks like a bush monster. And the safe port is of course right behind it. Why am I not surprised? Now then, equipment. Do we have anything? I'm not gonna change out your little warp shoes. Confusion resistance. doesn't really feel that useful. Well then, guess we have not really a choice. Need to beat the living shite out of him. In the most brutish way, of course. Well, like I had hoped I could trade those, but we failed miserably. You don't. And a nice bit of crackling. Don't really feel like using any of the up abilities though. This seems like a mini boss if I've ever seen one. Oh, they're immune to that, eh? Ah, they can actually use Crackle, that explains that. That explains that rather well, I'll admit. You don't. Still don't. Yeah, take Marek, that's a good choice. Marek is a rather tough customer, he does not easily die. Do we have anything else? I mean, we have Pole Slash, I guess. It's not bad. You have been cancelled again. Now that should actually work because I can say I'm immune to that. Well, the damage is pathetic though. I guess we could go for Quake. Fucking with Mara game. Oh, he's not impressed. I can tell you that much. They'll do it. Nope, you don't. Can't do it anyway. Very nice combination play there. Pretty sure he's gonna be dead soon. Nothing we need to care about too much. I think it's getting pissed off. Pretty
ともっと頑張らなくちゃ。
Well, we dealt with that rather successfully even. And I'm pretty sure he dropped the halberd. Let's see then. Halberd, Inferno. Yeah, I hate it when they do this. Not interested, honestly. Okay, let's learn that. Let's learn that and invest a bit more in my holy books. Ooh, one is finished. That's a nice little save game, and let's see what the Demon's Law has to offer. Apart from headache that is. Okay, that's just one. I can see how this is gonna go. Oh, an exorcism bow. Oh, neat. Oh, quaint. Ouch. Not do this again. There's no reason to do so again. Oh, there's an arm on the other side. Open sesame. Okay, I was not prepared for that. Well, that did precisely nothing. Okay, since apparently my usual deck does not do well, let's change this around then. So, Sky Dragon Slash. Yeah, this is a lot more efficient. A lot more efficient, isn't it? This too. That's rather well. Well, shit. I had to hope it would hit both of them, but of course not. You don't. And you don't either.
聖なる大地に響きよ
Eat the damage. Eat it and like it. It'll be the last meal you will ever have. Oh, healer, eh? Yeah, no. You don't. So fancy enough to deal with you already. Kinda a bit of a waste because now there's only one of them. Not an ass. Burnt him, put him back. That is how it's supposed to be. Also, we found another mana egg. Ah, I knew it. Always check your corners. A mystic potion, a mystic little potion. Oh, it's another Tio. This is the core of the demon's law. Dark soldiers, destroy the divine sword. Release Valma. Follow your orders to the last unit. Machine's like, you have to follow orders. And she's like, no, I will not. I've come to retrieve the divine sword. I will leave with the Lana Saber. You're out of line, Automata. If I, your commander, give you orders, then you follow them. Else you're defective. I am my own master. Your master no longer exists. The orders are void. I will not fight. I cannot understand. Controller requires repairs. Fuck's sake, this sentence is going to... And do not go inside me. I'm feeling dirty just reading this. He was no longer your puppet. Stop that. Repairs complete. Eliminate threat. Stop, Dio. We are friends. Actions need not be dictated by another. Remember, Dio. None save yourself as your master. Yes, I am my own master. Arik, I will not fight you. Yes, you should not. Good girl, Tio. Did the right job. Why do you ignore us? We exist only to follow orders. Unit Tio 124 has malfunctions. Decommission immediately. We refuse, most profoundly. I like Tio Unit 124. She's the best Tio unit. Tornado, you know. You will not.
レンゲ行きます。
Don't wrangle me, bitch. Now I need to use an organ. We will now murder you. Because you're not the right Tio. Not the right kind of Tio.
頑張ってみんな。
I'm pretty sure that should be Mia. More than enough.
氷。
Yeah, that's better, damage-wise. Yeah, tornado.
風を断ちます。
It's really nasty to suffer from the same attack that I usually use. I know what they can do, which is part of why I'm not bad. It's going to hurt, isn't it? Okay, so that basically goes around you. Okay, what the fuck are you doing? Silence. Yeah, I don't care about silence. And again, it doesn't mean that I will just let you do it. Heal cancelled.
白。
To be fair though, she is a bit of a tough custom, I'll give her that much. What is she doing? Another tornado. Tio will most likely die from that, isn't she? No matter how, it's not gonna be fast enough.
行くわよ。インパクトボム。
Let's hope for a better result once we interrupted her. Maybe she'll just attack. Yep, she will. See? The results got a lot better suddenly. Don't think you can just run away after that.
白。
Poor little Ryudo never gets to get his attack off, he just sends it like shit. Again. Also, did you just block her moves? That's mean as fuck.
頑張ってみんな。
Also, it's kinda irritating to have Tio on both sides of the screen.
風を断ちます。
Okay, I'm very happy that it was Tio, because otherwise this would have ended somewhat badly. You will not. You will be cancelled most profoundly. See? Told you so. I'm pretty sure we can still use all heal for an S-load of time. I don't think we need to be too worried here. We don't. We can stop you. We have the means. Yeah, sure, do your little combo thing. See how much we care. I think we have this in the bag. It's just a matter of time at this point. Got interrupted, eh? He still tries to do a little combo thing. Poor thing. Actually, useful little spell though. Seems more fitting, doesn't it? she got countered. One of my favorite moves, bitch. That stole my move there. This is an order. Destroy the light. Darkness. I'm sorry, you were only following orders. Just as I used to. But then you took an arrow to the knee or something. And you would not understand me. I did not want to fight you. Destroy light. Order. Farewell. This is the controller of the demon's law. Destroy it and the wall of wind will disappear. Let's do it then. All resources under the control of the Legion of Darkness have been rendered inoperative. No immediate threat in the vicinity. The Grandia Saber will have deactivated its protective wind barrier. Let us go. I see, so the Grandia Saber was actually just using the wind to protect itself. What a useful little tool, isn't it? The Demon's Law is now inoperative. Let's actually save the game. Just in case something horrible happens. I would not even be surprised. The wind has subsided. Hunter, you can smell that. It's the Grandia Saber! A sword that everybody can of course just handle. By the blood of hell, it's the Grandia Saber. It's the Divine Sword. It is huge. Well, what were you expecting? For the first time I see things greater than myself. No more ways than one, truly. This blade would cleave mountains. Yet who among us has the strength to lift it? Yes, like that, no one. Quite literally no one. Yeah, it is.
Elena, よくやりました。
Well, great. Look who's it.
シレーネ様。
なんでお前がここにいるんだ。
Well, being an annoying little bitch
素
is
晴らしい
basically her
働
job.
きぶりです。ゼラ様もお喜びになるでしょう。
Yeah, I'm sure he's
私
gonna
は
be happy.
あなたを手伝うため。
Yeah, I don't need your help. I'm happy as is. Thanks very much, though.
さあ、目覚めよ、バルマーの体。復活の時が来ました。
バルマーの体。
どこにそんな奴が。
Well, he's probably impaled by
我
that
が
fucking
血を持っ
sword.
て蘇るがいい。バルマーの体よ。
Body of Valmae. That blood does not look healthy. It looks blue. No, that doesn't look good. Enters a seal, breaks the dust.
一体これは。
Precisely what you would expect.
バルマーの体よ。このものをお前に捧げよう。
Oh, the poor knight. He's just like, well, I know my job. Goodbye.
エレナ、あなたは自分の役目をしっかり果たしなさい。
Sounds like a royal pain in the ass, any way you look at it.
何をこの匂いは。いかん。
おい、あいつら正気なのか。なんだ。
Well, I think they'll take the Grana Saber. Oi, look, the Grana Saber is still stuck in him. Doesn't really seem to stop him though.
くそ、あいつをどうにかして止めないと。
どうやって近づけばよいの。
これが私の使命。
エルナ、どうしたんだ。
ミレーニア。ミレーニア。あなたの思う通りにする。
Well, Melania has a vested interest here. She wants the next part of Valmar.
じゃあ、あっちの計画通りか。
Yeah, Keikakodori indeed.
乗ってやるか。
ミレーニア。これはどういうことなんだ。
そんなことは後。さあ、あのデカブツをやっつけるんだ。手伝ってもらうからね。さあ。
How are we gonna stop that thing? Come on, we're inside of it now. Yes, what the hell are we supposed to do? We take out its core. There's no way in hell the thing will keep moving. I don't give a damn how big it is. Right, then let's do some damage. Well, you hear about my... what really nice little sounds my feet are making stepping around it. This is most likely fleshy. Probably smells really bad too. But yes, we found our holy sword. It's not of much use to us anymore, but we found our holy sword. Quite literally in the worst place imaginable. Oh my. Light resistance, yeah, that's totally going to help against Valmar. I can assume as so much. Kinda wanna give her the ultimate mana egg, but comes with a bit of a disadvantage. Who actually uses your Chaos Egg right now? You are using the Chaos Egg. Vader is better. Probably not a bad idea to actually level that one up. Legendary attack hits. Legendary, I tell ya. I don't think I have anything here I especially need to level up. Does kind of seem like we're out of cheap options. Well, Chaos Egg is also almost finished. It is good. It is very good indeed. Let me take a look. Yeah, I think actually this is a pretty damn good point to stop it for the moment. We've done pretty damn well so far. Now, not only have we found ourselves a nice little new sword that we want to acquire, we also of course find ourselves in the quite literally body of Valmar. In all of its fleshy glory. That's something. I think, as you can imagine, we are going to have to do quite a bit of damage to actually bring that thing under control. For the moment, however, let me bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that, and I, of course, shall be back relatively soon, actually. As in this evening, after all, it is Sunday, and I do think I still need to do a few things, but that shouldn't really take that long, so all things considered, yeah. I think we should be back in a more regular, scheduled manner starting today, or so I hope at least. On the other side of the argument, thanks for dropping by, of course, and as for the easily named ones, we have the Jeff dropping by again, and the Anachronistic Services, Diana. Thanks very much, it is as always highly appreciated. As for those on the more lurker side of things, I do appreciate it too. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Remember that you did a good job today, and yeah, feel free to come by again. It is, after all, highly appreciated. And, well, yeah, I guess have a good one is a good way of ending it. And so, have a good one, and, well, see you quite literally later today. Until then, bye bye.